Hi, this is Noman, and today I'm going to be covering some of the happening news in the education space, which is that the US has stopped issuing F1 visa appointments. And the reason for that is they want to do advanced social media screening and just update their policies. But if you still want to study in the US and you don't want to lose any time, there are some alternatives, and I'm going to talk about those alternatives right now. So the first one is you could get like if you already have a B1, B2 visa, right? You could come to the US, get your I-20 issued, and then do adjustment of status. So that's one. The second is you can actually go to like these universities' campuses abroad, right? So for example, we have Carnegie Mellon's website open here. They have a campus here in Qatar, right? So if we go into academics and we look at some programs that they have some basic programs that you can start at for a year or two and then transfer over to the main campus. Now, your transfer is going to depend on how you perform and whether or not there are spots available within the main US campus, right? And that's also going to apply to NYU in Abu Dhabi, which is also another good option. You could get the same education that you would in NYU in New York, but in Abu Dhabi. And then there's also RIT, so Rochester Institute of Technology. They're a newer university within Dubai. So is NYU and CMU. But the good part is these universities are super accessible. They're still competitive, but they're accessible as well. And the reason that they're accessible is that the chances of your visa being rejected to go to these countries is very low, right? And you can still put in your 1, 2 years before you transfer to the main campuses. Now, my suggestion would be to finish 1 year at these universities and do a one-to-one credit transfer to the same programs in the US. And for that, you're going to need to have a relationship both with the local campus and the campus in the US because there are going to be wait lists and stuff like that that you have to deal with, right? The way that would work is that, hey, maybe if someone drops out, someone doesn't enroll in the second year, then you could probably transfer there for a one-to-one credit transfer and then take their spot. Because most of these universities operate on batches, and you would essentially just be joining the class of that year, right? And let's see, what else could you do? You could also go to like community colleges and take courses online. You could do AP credits online, and then you could transfer to like your one and two of US universities whenever the visa situation gets sorted out. So there are ways for you to actually get a US education and then actually do come to the US. But you just have to be really smart about them. Now, when it comes to costs of going to these universities, they're either the same in terms of cost and the content that's covered, so you don't have to really worry about that. And as someone that's born and raised in Dubai, I can tell you it's an amazing place to live, and the UAE as a whole, right? The Middle East is generally very chill. Like if you go to Qatar, you go to UAE, it's very chill. You do have opportunities to intern there as well, right? There are actually companies that hire exclusively from these universities. So you could have a diversity of experiences where you've both studied in the Middle East and then transferred to the US later on. I hope this was able to help you, and I hope you're able to find the best solution for yourself. Now, take everything I say with a grain of salt because these things might change later on, and you don't know what policies that are going to happen in the US. But these are like a couple of surefire ways to actually get into US universities, right? And you don't have to waste time. So thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I don't give one-to-one advice to anyone. So please do comment in the comment section, like this video, subscribe so I can keep making more videos like this. Thank you.